What is Mike McCarthy thinking right now, Steve?
Oh my God.
That's what he's thinking.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Rich, I went through the same thing. Not that I'm insensitive, but I was at the Niners when Steve Young, maybe more serious because he got the concussion at Arizona on Monday Night Football, and we didn't know it at the time, but essentially his career was over. Aaron Rodgers will come back at some point. Steve Young was done, and so you have to move on mentally and find the guy who can do it. I'm hoping that Brett Hundley has been there long enough to know and understand this system and rhythm up with these receivers so they don't drop off too far. But I heard you say Tony Romo. Yeah, he's a cheesehead. He's a Wisconsin guy.
I mean, he had Favre's poster on the wall. And look,
sure.
I said this last hour.
That's kind of a juicy rumor and everything. But I think Tony's doing great in the booth.
He is.
I love listening to the guy.
But that's neither here nor there, Steve. You know well as anybody, the guy who sits 2 seats to the left of you on game day morning, Kurt Warner, got calls when he said, I'm definitely done. Peyton Manning got calls after he said, I'm definitely done. Romo said, I'm definitely done. And Cutler got a phone call. So why don't you think Romo's phone rings from the Packers today, Steve?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. It's a different system. Tony would be terrific there. But I don't think he'd move. I don't think he'd do it. I think he's just comfortable now in liking his new career. And I think Mike McCarthy will be confident enough in Hundley to say we can win enough games and win this division. But it would be awesome, wouldn't it? The fans would be crazy about Tony Romo. I know that.
Well, we had a couple already say that they don't want him, that they think he's been on his behind a little bit too long, and for them to, obviously this week against the Saints wouldn't be the time, but there's a bye week. Although that would be, I guess, the week to maybe coach Hundley up as well. That's at least right around the corner, Steve, right? I mean, or do you think Ted Thompson and McCarthy are really putting their heads together and having this conversation today? Do you think?
No, yeah, of course they're talking about it. But I just think they're going to settle in and figure out what Hundley can do well and keep it, I don't want to say keep it simple, but keep it the volume of offense such that he's good with it all. He's practiced it against different coverages and different fronts, and he understands the game plan well, and they win as many games with him as they can. I'm about 93% certain that's the direction they're going.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, download our app. Please, just if it's a memory thing, just delete other apps. You don't need those apps. This app, the Rich Eisen Show app, you need that.